What's up, my people? What's up, my people? This is your girl, JQ. You're listening to Valley Sounds on 89.3 Huntsville. How you doing out there? Great people, music lovers. I'm super excited. And what do you say to have this super grand, awesome, funkadelic, inspiring young man in the studio today? Chill City.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? That's definitely an honor. Like I said, coming from you, that's definitely an honor.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate you having me here.
Blessed to have you on the mic, baby. So let's go ahead and get that drop. Think you can do it on the first try?
I can.
All right, hold on. In 3, 2, 1, hit it.
This is Chill City. Don't forget the pound sign, and I'm with my girl JQ, listening to Valley Sounds on 89.3 Huntsville, WLRH.
Snapper
Come on
Dapper.
now. Come on now. Come on now.
I guess that's why they call you Chill City.
Chill City. Don't forget the pound sign, please.
Let's kick it right on off with that. How did you come up with the Chill City?
Chill City actually came from a book in the Bible. Actually, it was the book of Ecclesiastes, and I was going through like a real hard time a few years back, and I dove into that book. And what I learned from that book, just the overall general purpose is, everything has its own time and its own season. So there's a lot of things that we can't control. There's a lot of things that we can control. On the things that you can't control, of course, you do your best, but at the same time, stressing is definitely not about to help you out. That's going to make matters worse. So that's kind of where I got that whole philosophy of, man, just keep it chill city. What's going to happen for you will definitely be for you. Of course, there's works that you have to do, in place of that. But, just keep that mindset that, just you can actually chill out and live a happy life even though you have a lot of turmoil going on around you. It's actually possible.
I think that is awesome. I mean, because you're right. In this world and what we live in today, we need a whole lot of more chilling on purpose happening. So tell me about the song that we're about to hear.
All right, so this first song is God and Me. Like I said, I was going through a tough time, and it was a growth period that I was having where I was starting to get a lot more confident in myself. And a lot of people, who knew me from way back, middle school, elementary school, high school, beginning of college, whatever the case may be, they would see me and it was like, man, it's something different about you. I was walking with a lot more confidence. A lot of people, they, thought I was into, selling drugs and stuff like that. And the story kind of tells itself, but, it was just like, nah, man, that's just the God that's in me that I'm, able to move the way that I am. I'm able to walk the way that I am and speak with, the confidence that I have, especially when it comes down to my music. So, yeah, that's really what that song was about.
Well, go ahead and introduce it so the folks can check it out.
All right, peace. So, Chill City, don't forget the pound sign. This song that's coming up is one of my singles, God in Me.
Perfect.
You gotta let them know. You gotta let them know. Think I'm so fresh, but the same blessing. You gotta let them know. 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 I do my best thinking in silence, so I'm in my mind. I'm so sublime, no time for wasting time. I live black and mind, just slow everything down.
The God in me.
Yeah, the God in me, man. I really do pray that y'all really enjoyed that, man. It actually came from a especially like I said, man. I had a rough, couple of past years, and but that song actually helped me to express a lot of stress that I was having at that moment. So that song actually was good for me to do.
Oh, man.
And then, plus the fact that it's riding and, people listen to it, people enjoy it, man, that's a plus. I feel like I'm giving a good message in there. So, especially if you can relate to it, you get some type of wisdom from it, which is my goal, then, yeah, I did my job.
It's a good thing that you speak about the inspiration of what things do to you and to your music. How do you feel you get your most inspiration? And in real life, what's your process for creating a song like The God in Me?
Um, it can really span differently. Like there's been times to where I've wrote it usually starts off as a poem. Um, and if I'm really, if it's really fresh, and it's still vivid on my mind, I can knock it out in one day because, it's just like I'm like, nah, I need to get this out on paper because if not, I'm gonna end up forgetting certain things. And, I want to tell a story to where people, when they listen to it, they can actually hear it. So sometimes it can take a day, sometimes it can take a week. I was doing this work with Word Express, and it was on the Rose Petals project.
Yeah, man,
And
she's awesome. I
yeah,
work with
yeah.
her on some other projects too, and
Yeah.
her music is awesome too. We play her often on Valley Sounds as
Nice,
well.
nice,
Yes,
nice. I
yes.
expect nothing Miss Keisha. I expect nothing less of her, honestly. But we was working on a piece, and that took me a couple of weeks. It took me a couple of weeks because I actually sat down and I did some research for that piece. And when I brought it back to her, she was like, "Yeah, this is it." The first time I actually did that piece, she shot it down.
What?
Yeah, she had shot it down, and I didn't take that as a bad thing. It was just like they kind of drove me to be like, okay,
Dig deeper.
yeah, dig deeper, or pretty much, man, Jordan, I know you can come harder than that, and I took that constructive criticism. So same with this process with the guide and me. This actually took me a period of a week to write.
Wow, just a week.
Yeah, it was a week. I mean, and that's a blessing if that's fast for some people. That's actually a blessing for me. And got it recorded. Worked with another individual, Brian, and we got that out and we made that happen.
That is like, oh, for me to hear that song and to know, first of all, it only took you a week to write, and then second of all, you got with someone else, and then third of all, it's a hit. That speaks volumes for your talent. But what about your passion? I hear your song, Divine Intervention, and that tells me or gives me a little bit more about how you do your passion. Tell me about that Divine Intervention.
Divine intervention. Some would say that came from a dark place with me. A lot of people, they know me as being real, type bubbly. I'm usually always smiling. I would think that I have good energy, or I honestly believe I have good energy.
You do.
Thank you. That's a blessing. And but I actually say that came from a good place. There's one thing that I used to always tell some of my friends and just family in general. The person who I hated the most at my job were some of the best employees I ever worked with. The reason why I say that, and it may be confusing, but the reason why I say that is because they drew something out of me, whether it be business, on how to conduct myself, how not to conduct myself, in any shape, form, or fashion. And with this song, it was a lot of things that was going on one of my previous jobs, and this was a way for me to release all of that tension that I had, and just actually verbalize that. So. Yeah, man, actually, when I finished recording this song, I took one of the biggest, or I did one of the biggest exhales that I've done in a very long time, because that's how important it was for me to get off this. So as far as passion goes, man, it's really in the sense that, I love to help people. Like I used to teach, from kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade. Mm-hmm. So I like to get people to that aha moment to where they hear my music. And even if I'm not giving you a clear-cut answer, something that I'm saying is helping you visualize a certain route you may need to take, or a certain route that you may not need to take. Mm-hmm. And, for people to, come back and say, man, Jordan, like, your song done got me through some times, man. Like, that's, what? Yeah. What? You know what I'm saying? One, that's an honor. Two, thank God, that I'm actually able to express myself. So, in a sense of my passion, the gift that I was blessed with, I try to utilize that to, to the best of my abilities, man. So like I said, for people to actually come up and say, Jordan, we, really liked your song. Like, your song actually got me through some good times, man. That actually fuels my passion more. Like, okay, people are really benefiting from me speaking. Mm-hmm. Like, I grew up real timid. Wow. Real timid, So, like I said, a lot of years built that confidence up to where, at first, when I first got into spoken word in a sense, I shied away from it. I actually had a sociology professor at Calhoun. His name was Dr. Asiki Yato.
Dr. Asiki Otto, ladies and gentlemen.
Dr. Asiki Yato. We call him Dr. Ozzy. And, I always loved to write, and I wrote an essay, and Calhoun was having a talent show, spoken word talent show. And he's like, man, Jordan, you should go up there and read your paper. And I'm like, no, it's an essay paper. And I ended up getting the courage up there to go do it. And, of course, it was horrible because it was my first time. But, since then, it was just like, okay, like people is really, starting to feel what I'm saying. I actually have a truth that I believe that I have that I can actually share with people, and the results from it are beneficial.
Well, divine intervention is definitely that. When I hear it, I definitely hear passion. I definitely hear release. I hear what it means, especially after I've had the explanation of what's behind it. That is definitely, as you're saying, solid.
Solid.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your girl JQ. You're listening to Valley Sounds, and we're about to jump into Chill City with Divine Intervention.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All in one life. Confidence got they tails stuck not for sale, huh? Direct threat to their health, huh? SOL, huh? Cause I bow down to no man. Understand intelligence is in this man. And I'm feeling quite blessed, frankly. They wanted to see me ghost, but I popped up like Franklin. I can't lie like I'm sitting up here counting up Franklins, but I see the bigger picture like the turtle named Franklin. I'm missing consciousness.
Spin it live. He's spinning live. Go ahead, give it to me live.
Morally stating you've been lying, you're on I see disaster in your future, but then again, what can I see? It's karma though. Universal law, they call it. Like thermodynamics transferring all they treasure. I'm like silly rabbit. You should trade your tricks for carrots. Did it like magic. Now watch they face go tragic. One life. This is the high life, time's right. I got my own light, shine bright. It feels so right. My night. Do it all in one life. One life. This is the high life, time's right. I got my own light, shine bright. It feels so right. My night, do it all in one life. It's like they force my habit, cause it's time and time again. It start off as pretend, then true nature kicks in. What a sin. They force themselves to resent me, but greater is he that is in me. So I be wiser than the serpent, gentle as a dove. I'm talking sweet as a red apple, more quiet than a nun. Premature preliminary predecessors, protective of a pinnacle piece, provided if they play them, I'm saying integrity before money. If it's really that bad, then you better off bummy, slummy. It's what they came to be. Word to Pearl Jones, finally I found me, but what a curse. Even if it's all a blessing, provided this lesson just show you how to work neglected. But here's the lesson: your worth in time is fine. Understand it's time, and when it's time, man, it's time.
Woo!
Okay. Pinocchio. And Woody inanimate is old. They killed off Jimmy the Cricket, locked up Geppetto. Constantly confusing character carelessly without courtesy to me to even offer rebuttal. They call them private huddles. Don't speak no words and don't mumble. Keep yourself at peace. Enjoy your rains and thunders. Don't feel outnumbered. Stick to your guns because they bust.
That you would like to leave for local artists or people who are just getting onto the music scene?
Yeah, I'm not trying to sound holy or, nothing like that, but, definitely keep God first. Stay true to who you are. Stay creative, stay open-minded at the same time. Stay focused, and make sure you take advantage of, opportunities that come your way. You're not always granted those. So, like I said, just stay true to yourself and to your art and what you're passionate about.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Chill City, God first, stay true, and be focused. We're closing out tonight with Maine by Chill City.
Yep.
This is your girl, JQ, and you're listening to Valley Sounds on 89.3 Huntsville. Thanks for listening.
Chill City. And this is Maine, running past the fine pain to cover the shame.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for checking in with us. Thanks for hanging out with me today on the live. I do really want to encourage you to tune in on Saturday night. You'll get to hear the full story, all the shenanigans, and all the good stuff behind Chill City and everything that he does. Positive, inspirational music, reaching the heart as well. And so thanks for tuning in. How about you tell them how they can hook up and get to your music?
Yeah, you can find me on iTunes. You can find me on Spotify. Type in Chill City. Don't forget the #. You can find me on YouTube, SoundCloud at The Official Chill City, as well as Instagram and Twitter at The Official Chill City. Keep it Chill City.
Everything is at The Official Chill City. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, I love you and Jesus does too. Toodles.
We put each other through like Frankie Beverly's after the morning afters.